be talking about culture in Xian. This first picture, well, we got there the day before Valentine's Day, and in China there's now like a big Western influence, and Western holidays are much more celebrated. And these are just some women in town, and they dressed up in the spirit of Valentine's Day. This is Xian City Wall, and pretty much all cities in China have a city wall, but this is just one of the best preserved, well-standing. And our next picture, we were at the Shanxi History Museum, and one of our teachers was actually a guide there. It was really nice. And we got to see some national treasures, like that. I don't know if that is. Oh, I didn't just admit that. And this is a tripod cooking pot. And behind our school there's a little village, and along that village there are just stalls of like people cooking noodles. And this is one guy, and he's making traditional Xian noodles. And I actually got to befriend one man who ran a stall, and he let me name his son. And I got to name him Benjamin. And when you get to Xian, they have this really big, crazy opening ceremony for you, and they do all of these like performances. And this was just one of the performances. They did a raindrop dance for us. And another performance was instrumental. And on the right is a traditional Chinese instrument called the zither, and on the left is a wooden flute. And when you go on the China trip, you also take a couple of small trips. And one trip we took was to Yunnan. When you're in Yunnan, you get to see a performance called the Lijiang Impressions, and it was produced or directed by Zhang Yimou, who also did the Olympic show. And these different groups of people, they're all just examples of the different minorities that live in Yunnan. And when you go to Guilin, you get to see some of the art forms that they're famous for, and one of those is the fan. And they have really beautiful painted fans. And Miss Francescan and I, we got to visit a Taoist temple. Taoism is one of those prominent philosophies in China. And these were just some of the stone carvings. We also got to go to the Tang Paradise, which Max talked about before. And this is a traditional dance about family life. Family life is really important in China, and I think someone will talk about that later. And this is a culture street that Miss Francescan went to, and you can buy a lot of the traditional arts that they sell there, like paper cuts, and they have calligraphy brushes. And then when we went to Guilin, we also got to go to Fubo Hill. And in Fubo Hill, they have a lot of Buddhist statues, and Buddhism was always a really big influence in China.